give props to the female solution. Why? Because that's why I'm here. So don't you go nowhere. If you don't know what the female solution is, you're going to know in a minute. Don't take no trips. I'll be right back after these messages. Yay. Let's go.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the female solution.
Oh gosh, look. Oh gosh, what am I gonna do? I love this couple so much. Okay, how about I say their name? So basically, I'm gonna talk about where I met them, but I don't really know where I met them, and I don't really care because they're dope. But I just know that I know them now. You are about to meet such a great couple. Look, I have so many questions to ask them. Let me bring to the stage the Cross family. Oh, look how long I'm taking on purpose. Brodie and Mellini. Hercules. How are you both?
Doing well.
Doing well.
Yes.
Man, look, I don't even know how to act. I was like, what can I ask this couple? So here's the deal. I am not playing when I say I think this is my favorite couple. I'm not even lying. I'm for real. And it's because of a litany of things that I have on this paper to ask you as to why you are one of my favorite Black couples. Let's get it. Look, don't get it twisted. Black couples, okay? That's what I do. That's what I'm going to focus on. So anyway, I guess I want to ask, man, how did this happen? How did you all meet? Like what? Like what? Y'all meet? Where and how?
Right. So let me tell you, we met at my ex-boyfriend's mother's house. So, like I said, ex-boyfriend and me and his mother, really, really cool. And one evening was in her neighborhood and I thought, let me just drop by unannounced and say hello. So I dropped by and lo and behold, she was having dinner with a family and he was part of that family. That's the long story, but let me tell you the juice. So
The juice.
they were having dinner and I was like, oh no, I can leave. And then they were like, no, you can stay. Long story short, ended up staying. We had a brief conversation. He walked me out to my vehicle at the end of the evening. We did not exchange phone numbers. He saw me off and I thought to myself, I said, well, if a brother can't ask for my phone number, certainly he is not ready for all of this, right? And so left. 4 months later, I was walking through the same neighborhood, ran into his aunt, who happened to be at that dinner as well. And I was like, oh, well, tell your nephew I said hello. And she was like, well, you can tell him yourself. And I was kind of confused because I didn't know we were standing in front of her house. She was like, go on in there and tell him hello. But, I was all sweaty. And I was like, no. She was like, go on in there and tell him hello. So, because I'm so, respectful. I went inside and said hello, and we have pretty much been together ever since.
Look. Look.
Dreamy.
Look, my Aquarian brother. You already know I'm on your side.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, when I met her, I was done with women.
You was done?
I was done with
because
women.
I want to hear. There's always two sides to all the stories, and I love to hear the versions of the same story. So what's up, brother? You was done with women. What happened?
No, I was the reason why we didn't exchange numbers because I didn't want to. I had already vowed that I would not be getting into new relationships. I canceled the ones I had. I'm done. And I said, if I see her again, I see her again. If not, hey. And so when I saw her again, I made sure I found this piece of paper to give her my number, and the only piece of paper I could find was a open envelope. I mean, no, I'm sorry. It was a closed envelope So I'm not breaking any laws. I had to tear a piece off and write my number on it.
Okay.
ASADAH, that piece of paper was about this big.
Yes, it was.
And
Yes, it was.
His number was 429-1762. Was that it?
Yes.
So look, on this little slither of
Yes.
a corner of an envelope, he gave me his number. And I had been recently laid off from my job. And so I had printed these contact cards for, my fellow employees. So when he handed me that, I reached into my bag and I handed him my contact card.
You know, the ones you put through an inkjet printer and you got to rip them off.
They had perforation. The perforation was on the side.
Right.
Yes.
It was like Melanie Monique, one who loves chocolate, one who loves life, one who loves. I was like, okay, what am I getting myself into today?
Nothing but goodness.
I just love that. I love the story. I think that, it's invaluable because you got what happened, the physical, but then you got what happened, the spiritual.
Well, can I tell you another really, really quick part of this?
Yeah, baby. You know the show, baby.
That very next day, I was catching a train to New York because I was planning to move back to New York City. And so when he learned that I was taking the train, he said, well, I'll take you to the train station. And I thought to myself, I don't know, because remember that he's still kind of a stranger to me at this point. But then I was like, well, I know where his aunt lives. I met him at, my ex-boyfriend's mother's house, and we're really good people. So if something went down, I know how to locate, him. So I said, okay. So the next day, I am packed, ready to go to the train station downtown Chicago. And guess who's late? Let me tell you something, ASADAH. I don't play about time. Guess who is late? So immediately I told my sister's boyfriend, you're going to have to take me downtown, started putting my things in his trunk. And then Brodie pulls up.
Okay.
And he pulls up. But listen to this.
I didn't see her.
He didn't see
I didn't know she was there. I thought she had left.
Okay.
And so he immediately starts apologizing to my sister for being late, apologizing to whomever, and then I appear. He takes my things out of my sister's boyfriend's trunk, puts it in his car, and then we hit it. He had this little sports car. And so we're on the Dan Ryan, and he's like, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, I like a little speed, And so it's kind of quiet. And then I finally tell him, we have time. You can slow down. And so he downshifted, and I could just see him. So when we get to the train station, guess what? Long story short, my train ends up being delayed 6 hours. He doesn't just pull up to the train station and drop me off like tuck and roll. No, he pulls up, finds a park, and he comes in and waits with me the entirety of the 6 hours. During that time, we got a chance to talk, get to know each other even more, share a plant-based burger, because I was plant-based and he wasn't. And it was just really, really a beautiful time. I said, this brother is different. This brother is refreshing. Yeah.
Oh, God, this story is fabulous.
It wasn't my fault.
I think I see a book coming.
Wasn't my fault. I was helping a friend of mine, and I was like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Look at that service on all levels.
Yes.
Well, I love that story. I love I think it's so interesting to hear the mindset of each person in the interaction, because if you don't take that time to learn and I'm gonna go back to the spiritual. So, which we'll talk about in a minute with regards to you guys. So you got the physical of what was occurring, but then you got the spiritual. Let me tell you what God did. God said, hold up. Nope. Here he come. Boo. And then he said he got y'all on the road safe and all that. But this is what he did to the plane. Hold up. They need to sit and talk for 6 hours.
Right.
They need to sit and talk for 6 hours because
Love
this
it.
union is about to be the bomb. And so
Mhm.
so good. So after that, what happened? And like marriage right away? What happened?
She broke up with me. She said she couldn't do it.
Why you saying like that?
That's what you did.
What she do?
The first
My
time.
Aquarian brother, what she do?
She broke up with me the first time.
Wait.
Come on with it.
Okay,
This is
so
where
wait,
the
no.
truth is coming out.
Wait.
The truth is the light.
Oh, wait. I go to New York and I come back. We're seeing each other daily, but we weren't. I didn't say we were in a relationship. I was just like, we're friends. We're getting to know each other. We're friends.
Hold on.
That's right. Come on now. I want some.
This is after sending me a card from New York. Now remember, I just left her from the train.
Okay.
About a day or so later, I received a card that had a little a copper circle kind of thing with a little sun. It looked like it was a sunshine, right?
Okay.
And they said, "You are the beams of light bouncing on the horizon of my heart." I was like, I'm in. I didn't knock her down.
After that.
Not so easy, my friend. Not so easy.
Oh, and then what? Then
so when I get back, we are hanging out. And I mean, we're hanging out. Back then I was still performing in the theater. He would be coming to my rehearsals. We would be baking cookies together, going on walks. I mean, we were doing all the things.
Break up.
But then I was really independent. I was used to doing things by myself, and he was and is a man's man, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so I was literally like, okay, maybe this is too much. And I did break up with him one time. And during that time, remember, I met him in my ex-boyfriend's mother's house, and I was supposed to take her out to dinner. Showed up at her house for dinner, and she was like, "Where's Brodie?" And I was like, "Oh, we're not together." She said, "Call him." Me? Call a man? Like,
and meanwhile, I'm at the house, like stomach churning. I'm like, man, what happened? Like, I couldn't even go. I was in school at the time. I couldn't even go to class. I was like, man.
So this
is crazy.
She demanded that I call him and invite him to dinner. And we were supposed to leave her house at 7:00 to go downtown for dinner. I promise you, I called him at like 6:45. He was at that house at 6:59, dressed, smelling good, looking clean shaven.
I'm a Marine, so Marines got to be quick.
So
you better let her know. Let her know, Pa. Get it, Pa.
And then we started hanging out again and again. But I did break up with him twice because it wasn't because he wasn't phenomenal. It was because I didn't know if this is what I wanted, because I knew this was something not to be played with.
Okay.
It was like too good to play with it. And so,
Good decision, maybe, I guess. What I do know, what I think is so important, and I need for the listeners, the viewers to understand, is how we're being experienced. I think that's really important, right? Because, Brodie, you said your stomach was churning, whatever. Were you hungry, or were you yearning for the sister, or what was we going on?
I was, I thought this was it. I was like, I didn't met the one.
Right. So we as women, that's cool. We doing what we do, but sometimes we don't understand like what that brother is feeling.
Exactly. I had no idea.
You had no idea, right? And it's innocent, but it needs to be thought through, though, by us regardless. Like, how is what you're doing affecting the other person? And brothers do hurt too.
Yes.
You understand me? And they hurt different. They hurt for real, like life-changing hurt. And I think, I've seen in my own life, it makes somebody more promiscuous. Like, I broke their heart. So next thing you know, they dogging sisters afterwards, or, and I just look back to how could I have done that differently? I've even later gone and apologized, like, yo, because I didn't understand what I was doing and da-da-da.
Right.
So as the viewers, I want you to think about your own relationship and think about how you're experienced by the other person. And then think about and listen, I would say, like, just listen. Because when I watch you two, it's so funny to me. One, he's my Aquarian brother. So he already got he all good for me. He can't do no wrong. That's it. He can't do no wrong.
Yeah.
So that's number one. But what I love is that he allows you to be you, which is this lovely little feisty little head wrap girl.
Listen, to your point, when we were dating, that was something that was experienced. Like I'm a wild child on the inside, very effervescent, very creative. I might break out in song or dance any moment in time. And never once did he make me feel like it was weird or too much. As a matter of fact, he was delighted.
Look, he was smitten. Look, let me grab this hair for you, boo. Let me understand. I know that magic, honey. He was smitten.
Yeah.
We love when you can make somebody smitten. And I think, when you feel like chemistry, I think it's so important to not be afraid of it. Because, you said that you wasn't sure, but you knew he wasn't something to play with. Like, that's where all the inhibitions come in and the maybes. And you almost got to stomp them maybes.
Yeah.
Because you know what you know. And you got to move on it and covet it, right? And create it. And so when did the marriage come about? When did the marriage? And why? Like, why did y'all decide, okay, like he said, I thought this was the one. Obviously it was. But and he knew before you. Boop, boop. But
way before me.
Yeah, it was a month in. And this was before before the first breakup. I was like, I got enough information about you to know that I can spend the rest of my life with you. And she was like, well, I don't have the same kind of information about you. Time is a clarifier of all things.
I did
wrote a song about it. Like the head go.
I did say those words. And at 6 weeks, I was like, this dude is crazy. 6 weeks, I was like, I felt like I needed to, like, we need time to like reveal and show some things. So he knew very early on, but long story short, we didn't get engaged until about 2 years later.
Right.
Okay.
Until about 2 years later. And by that time, I was thinking, what is taking him so long to ask me to marry him?
What do you mean? All the ups and downs and stuff. I'm like, wait a minute. I had asked once.
Okay.
I had asked once.
Okay.
And she did not respond.
See?
Okay. So the second time I was like, I don't know.
Okay. He is telling the truth.
I don't know.
The first time he did ask me to marry him, and I just went silent because at that point, I couldn't for certain say yes, not because I didn't think he was marriage material, because I couldn't trust myself with him at that point. And so I was just silent, not a yes, not a no. And we just kept going like it didn't even happen.
Okay.
Right. And so I can imagine in your mind, you were like, I ain't asking this woman nothing. Right.
And then what'd you say one time? What? I'm not even sure I love you.
Ooh, like, he telling on you live.
It's the truth.
I said, okay. I said, just don't. I said, that's fine. You said, no, you don't say, you said love or like.
I said, I'm not sure if I love you.
Right. And I said, okay, just don't push me away until you're sure.
And ASADAH, when he said that, I knew I loved him for certain.
You already knew, baby.
Listen, when he was so calm, he didn't have a fit. It wasn't an emotional response. It was very thoughtful and his truth. And when he said that, it was almost like this cloak of certainty came over me. And I was like, I love this man. Yes.
Wait, a cloak of certainty? Wait.
They're making you cry?
Crazy. A cloak of certainty. No, for real. Yes. For real. Here's the deal, for real. Listen, everybody. Hold on. Yo, when I think the discerning and deciding factor is when the brother is ready. When that man says boopity boopity boop, I think that's how men think to me.
Yeah.
Like whatever they say is just what it is. We're the ones that kind of go, I don't know if I love you. Shut up.
And not even just what he was saying, his actions backed it up.
That's right.
He was consistent.
That's right.
He was honest. He was there. He went above and beyond for me. There was no question that what he was saying was what he really meant.
Right. Understand, ASADAH. I had played my games and I've broken some hearts and I had made my apologies. And so I was at a point where I was like, I'm not playing anymore. Like this is, I don't want that life. I know what that's like. It's easy for me.
Yes.
You know, I'm 6'5".
It's easy for my 6'5" self. What is you talking about? I'm tall and fine, so it's easy for me. But I'm through. I got you, brother. I feel you. That's good. You can do no wrong. Let me see. We got a comment. Hold on. Woo, let me get my tissue, baby. This is a good old story. So it says, that's the hardest part in a relationship, deciding when you both agree that you're more than friends. Yeah, you know, when you get to that point.
Patient. He was so patient.
Wow, that is so good. I mean, you'd say patient, and it brings me to one of my litany of questions about your values. Okay, because one thing I really admire about you as a couple is your values are very clear to me, right? And it's a lot of different values, but one, you're very spiritual as a couple. I know that you're Christians, but guess what? You don't come off as contradictory ones.
That's serious. That's important.
It's real. Like if I was like people that be trying to get me to rock with Christianity, I'd be like, I'm more Christian, I'm more Christ-like than you. Like as a being. For real. Like I don't eat dead bodies. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. Like I'm more Christ-like than you. What are you talking about? So you really can't bring me what you're saying, because it's your appearance or your behavior doesn't show that you believe in Christ, right? But you guys, what I love is that it is who you are, and it just comes off in your practice. You know, it comes off in your delivery. I ain't never seen you curse, never, much as I curse. I curse a lot. So I've never seen you talk about people badly, curse, this, you know, and the way, and we'll get into the second half, how you deal with how this manifests and morphed into family, but your values. I need you to talk a little bit about, and I guess I want to ask, I'm going to fit a bunch of questions in. Who influenced who more? Did you all come with the same value system, or did one learn more from the other? Like, talk a little bit about that, because you have great values, and I want to know what's up with that.
Well, we both grew up going to the church.
Okay.
And by the time I met her, I wasn't sure about all that stuff. You know, I had studied a lot of different things, especially being in the Marine Corps. I saw so much. And so I still believed in Christ and things of that nature, but I just wasn't sure of the details. And when I met her, she's a Christ baby. Like, she loved Jesus. So
listen, I love Jesus. I have always loved Jesus. And when I met him, literally, when I first met him at the house, what came into my mind was he reminded me of like a Cosby kid. And we always joke, and I say that, but he was so clean, so refined, so mannerable, right? And so there was something about that was very attractive to me, because I don't like rough around the edges. I don't like a sailor mouth. I don't like unrefined behavior, right? Ma'am. And so that was attractive to me. And then as we started talking, we learned that we both, you know, grew up in the church, but I was still like, but do you love Jesus? Because
I was like, I love Jesus. I love Jesus.
I love Jesus.
But to your point, ASADAH, I know what it looks like to profess one thing and live a completely different life. And that's not the life I wanted. And so we started studying together. And as we studied together, our questions came to the surface, what we really believed started cementing, and we felt really good architecting this life rooted in Christ that we both felt great about.
Right.
Yeah.
Neither one of us wanted to play any games. So
hold on. Hold on, let me come close. Did the girl say architecting this life in Christ? The girl said architecting this life in Christ. Y'all better get that t-shirt. Y'all better write this down because y'all playing games. Y'all not using the tech. Y'all not using it. And I just love that, for as long as I've known you, you've never been like this with your religion. It almost don't even feel like religion. It feel like spirituality.
That's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. And I think what I've seen about your lifestyle are the beautiful rules. I love how you implement the rules because they become the boundaries, right? So, yeah, we don't curse. Oh yeah, we eat this way. Oh, we love your book fair, but it's on Sabbath, boo. Boo. We're not doing that. We're not sacrificing that, So it's like very clear rules, but you don't let the rules control in some negative way your affluence, your beingness. You just apply this nice structure. I was going to use the word control because a lot of time people think about control is in a bad way, like you're controlling me. That's not really it. Control, like in Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard be like, you want to be in control. You don't want to be in control when you're driving.
These principles actually liberate us.
Right.
Come on.
The principles are, for instance, like you said, the boundaries. It shows us the door. It creates a door whereby we engage with the world. Like you can't just be coming over the gate in my life. Right. You can't be sneaking through the window. So these principles give us a easy pathway to experience abundance and affluence and love and partnership and all of those things.
Lovely, lovely, and lovely. I mean, this is so, I love this topic of happy Black marriages because I hate when I don't see that. And when two people are together and there's strife and it's like, why don't stay in that? Please, I'm not telling you to break up.
Yeah. It's not an easy thing. It's not something it's something that you work at. We have to commit ourselves to being, one with each other.
Yes.
That's our commitment.
And that's the thing, like to your point, you think I love this man, but do you think on a daily basis he don't get on my nerves sometimes? And vice versa.
Talk about my Aquarian.
It happens.
And vice versa. And I used to be like, oh, you better be good. You better be glad you're 6'5" and look good because today, I would throw you in a garbage can.
Because sometimes I play too much. Sometimes.
I know, boo-boo. I know my Aquarian, boo-boo. It's all good.
Right. But it's the commitment to love it. Love is a practice. It's a verb. It's like we talk a lot about continuing to grow, continuing to be curious, continuing to discover one another. And growth, this is a thing that people don't tell you. This year in August, we'll be 22 years married, almost 25 years together.
Right.
Wow.
What they don't tell you is you will continue to grow, but it doesn't mean that it will be at the same rate or even in the same direction.
Nice.
So how do you continue to honor the covenant and honor each other's humanity and individuality as you grow? I don't own him, and he certainly doesn't own me. So we choose to be in covenant with each other.
Nice.
And that's a practice.
Oh, I think I hear a book coming. Let me move this picture. Look. Wait a minute. A covenant with each other.
Yes.
Can you let me write that down because I'm going to remind you about it a little later. Covenant with each other. Because, you got to then define that word and then say to yourself, is that what this is?
That's right.
And,
that's right.
Well,
also the covenant is with each other. Yes. But it's also, there's a greater point to that triangle, right? And that is our Heavenly Father. So we make sure that connection individually needs to be what it needs to be on a daily basis. And in that way that foundation can stay strong. So,
which brings me to, I want to ask another question, but Dad, we already at commercial time. That's okay. That's all right. I'm full of them. Let's take a quick commercial break, guys. And when we come back, we're going to talk to this beautiful couple. I'm learning so much. But because it morphed into even more. Like there's you two, but then there's a whole, you done started a movement. And so you done started a movement. So we're going to get back into that. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back after these quick messages. Great day. It's your girl ASADAH here to introduce a new female solution show called ASADAH Says. That's right. Every month we're going to talk about everything I am, from cryptocurrency and financial security to good health and parenting strategies. Come on and talk with me every Tuesday morning from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And let's do that thing the way ASADAH says it should be done. See you then. Peace, right here on the Female Solution.
When you see Black children misbehaving in public, being loud, disrespectful, and destructive, do you think to yourself, what they need is a good beating? That's what's wrong with these parents. They don't know how to discipline their children. Were you disciplined in that way? And did your parents also call you stupid, ignorant, and lazy? That's the way you break a slave. You terrorize them with constant fear of painful punishment. We were broken by parents who were broken, by parents who were broken. It's time to end the cycle of brokenness and bring healing to ourselves and our communities by using knowledge, respect, and love. We'll show you how. I'm Naima Latif. Get the book Slavery, the African American Psychic Trauma. On sale now. Go to www.naimalatif.com.
All right. Thank you, Naima. Naima is also the CEO of the Female Solution. Thank you for this platform. I'm having such a great time today. We got comments, we got videos. The thing I love the most is that the couple we're looking at today that is exemplifying happy Black marriages live, they take care of each other. I'm going to just share a little video, set a little tone for how they roll. Look, turn around one day, they could tell you the details. They in Dominica. One, I think, gifted the other. Who knows? I'm going to let you see the video first, then we'll get into that. Take a look.
About a million different ways I could let you know that we locked in. I don't even have to say, girl, you already know it's on the floor. I've been feeling for you. That's why I've been singing for you. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Lately I've been wondering. Have I been loved? Have I been loved you lately?
Come on now. A little love video. A little love. Look. That was in Dominica, right?
Dominica. It was, yeah.
On the Indian River.
Hold on. I got one more video. I just want to show it. Hold on, wait. I'm in it. Hold on.
So I try to hold my breath when you're calling, so I can stay with you longer. You leave me all alone in the morning. I didn't think I would notice the way you keep pushing on, holding me back. You break my focus. I love it when you call me in the morning, so I can tell you that I love you. Try to hold my breath when you're calling, so I can stay with you longer. You leave me all alone in the morning. I didn't think I would notice the way you keep pushing on, holding me back. You break my focus. I love it when you call me in the morning, so I can tell you that I love you. Oh, but would you tell me that you love me?
Look, I'm like, how much do I want to cry? I need it.
I almost wanted to cry.
No, for real.
Yeah.
No, for real. Let me tell you why. Because examples of Black love don't get shown enough. And the Black love that doesn't get shown enough has nothing to do with us in the bed
Mm,
and a scene of you kissing me or some sex. We're not talking about that. We're talking about time spent, laughter. You see that black lady skipping, y'all? Who skips?
She's
Brother
frolicking.
got the girl skipping. Brother
Yes.
got the girl skipping. You see. So I just love that's right. Give him credit. So
Yes.
so talk about real quick, and we got a comment, but I just want to stay in this mode for a minute.
Mhm.
The trip to Dominica. If I heard correctly, because I lived through them, y'all. I live vicariously through them in social media. I'll be looking at the videos like this. What are you what are you doing? So talk about the Dominica trip, because was that a gift to someone and one didn't know or something like that? Talk about
Yes. That was my surprise gift to him for his birthday.
that. Okay.
And it was so funny because on his actual birthday, February 1st, we were around the house with the family, celebrated. And then right before midnight, he was literally in the bed. And I said, "Hey, babe, do you trust me?" And he was like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, how much do you trust me?" He said, explicitly. Then I said, "Well, you got 30 minutes to get in the shower, pack a suitcase for 2 days, and be ready." He got up, he showered, grabbed some stuff for 2 days. And I just said 2 days so he can have some extra stuff. But all week long, I have been secretly packing a big suitcase for him. Children helping me, keep everything covered. We hop in a car. He doesn't know where we're going. He probably thinks we're going downtown Chicago.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was tired.
But he
I
fell asleep in the car. We woke
Mhm.
up at O'Hare Airport. And he's like, "What?"
What's going on?
And then he still doesn't know. He did not know where we were going until I had to give him his passport and ticket to get through security. And it was Dominica. It is a place he always wanted to go.
Yeah, it's the only Caribbean island I wanted to go to.
Just
Yeah.
a scrumptious story. Where is the movie? Look, I keep telling Brodie, it's some married people that's on YouTube, whatever, and they all right. But this right here is scrumptious. Just the
Yes.
stories are just wonderful. So, and that's my mother's husband is from Dominica. I actually went there myself when I was
Yes.
one of my beaux took me on a trip to
Yes.
Dominica. I do understand its
Yes.
essence, the whole
Beautiful.
climbing the waterfalls and the whole 9 yards. Loved
Yes.
it. Brother, what did you feel like in terms of what a birthday gift? Like the way it was done was dope. Ma, you getting points for that. You get gold stars for that one. So talk about it. How did you feel, brother?
Man, I felt, man, I was speechless. I had no idea. It was a complete surprise. Everybody else knew, and so I was like, they pulled this off spectacularly, because Dominica, like I said, is the island, the only Caribbean island I really wanted to go to ever. And so,
Yeah.
it was wonderful.
But guess what?
Which
No,
means
go
you
ahead.
listen, girl. You listen, but go ahead. Guess what? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was listening. When we got there, I could still see him like in this defense mode, like not really being able to just like relax and take it in. And it took like a day and a half before he just melted. And we were on the river and horseback riding on black sands at cocoa farms, like yes, that's one of my favorite days. And to even get to that part of the beach, we had to climb over rocks and boulders. He was like, "What are we doing?" I was like, "Just come on, babe. Just come on." And amazing time. Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. And what year was that?
That was 2 years.
Oh, that's for my 50th birthday, so that's 2 years ago.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Now, look, let me just tell you, you guys that are watching, you see all the grandeur, the relationship grandeur, ups and downs. But don't nobody care about the downs when the ups are so fly.
Yeah.
You feel me? The ups are fly. Like y'all, the whole, who you are as individual people, and the fact that you allow each other to be each other. Y'all, she be having me rolling, right? Because they be in the airport, and she be talking about, "My assistant is with me today." It be him, but you know what he don't. You know what he doesn't do, y'all. He don't be going. Don't be calling me no assistant. Leave that to me. That's what I be saying. But anyway, like, my assistant is here, boo boo, and he just be with her. Rocking and rolling. And I think that balance is good. Let her be big. Let him be big. Like, stop fighting with each other about what each other already innately, you're already that thing, right? So
Let let me just speak to that really quickly, the letting each other be big.
Yeah.
This society tells men that their women can't be big. And if their partners are big, then that means they must be small. And so there was a stretch in our relationship where I was getting bigger. He's already the man. But there was some a little tension. And guess what he told me? He said, baby, this is not a you problem. You keep on going. You keep on being big. It's something that I need to work through. And that was powerful. That was powerful. And he supports my everything. He really does. All my crazy.
Look, all my crazy. Wait, hold on. I think I hear another book. Hold on. All my crazy. All my crazy. We're going to talk after this. Your books are sitting right here. So you guys got married. Great. La, la, la. Guess what, y'all? Y'all not only birth family, y'all birth businesses. This whole concept of creation, there's nothing like people who create. People who create, special from God, period. Because that's the creator. What do you want you to do? Create. Right? So let's first talk about, I don't know whether to talk about the companies first or the family. I want to talk about family real quick. You had family. Now, this is what cracks me up, y'all. Yeah, they got children, but guess what? How many children you got? Y'all got 7? Is that what you got? 7?
Yes.
8?
Yes.
7, right?
7.
Y'all, why she be talking about, I think I need another one for...
I still feel that way.
I know. She be, I know. You know I got the 411 now. She be talking about, I think I need another one to play with that one. What's the thought process? Because, see, when you have the woman, when you have the woman say, I think I want another one, that to a degree is a planning. Most Black people are not planned. And so we just come into the world, but ain't no plans. So that means there's no encouragement. There's no, intention in it. And so we're kind of winging it. But talk a little bit about your decision to become parents, and not how it happened. We know how it happened. But the evolution of that process of becoming.
I mean, we both always wanted children. I know I wanted, multiple. At least in the beginning, it was at least 10. But until I saw the first one coming out, I was like, we could pump the brakes on the 10.
I think that's the power of men being involved in the pregnancy and birth, though.
Right. It was a home birth, first home birth.
Yeah, first home birth. But we always wanted children. I think at first, after he was like, pump the brakes on 10, I think we kind of settled on about 4. And so we would always know when we created the baby, when we created it.
Okay.
Because we didn't do none of the
no birth control.
Right.
We are to this day, no birth control, very in tune with our bodies, very knowing when I'm fertile, when I'm not.
Yeah, we got the rhythm.
And so
sometimes we got out of the rhythm a couple of times.
Just one time I was like, what the hell? Just one time. And that was with number 5, right? We were just like, whoa, but it was so much going on in our lives. It makes sense that our, rhythms got off, but we always wanted big family. And do you know, number 6, I had to beg this man. I was like, just one more, my Lord, please. And he was like, we got 5 children. I was like, I know, but I want, like you said, I want them to have another little sibling that's close in their age. And so as soon as he said yes, I was pregnant that next month.
I love it.
If it were up to me, I would have another one. But we're getting mature.
Ooh, lovely, lovely. Now, see, the beauty of this is, you all don't see family as lack. Having a large family equals lack, and a lot of Black families think lack. You got all these mouths to feed. You got, there's that part of it.
Yeah.
But then there's a decision of what to do with that. Like, you got a whole movement. Let me tell you, y'all think I told you I live vicariously through their videos. No, I live vicariously through their children's videos. You got one child, the son is a wrap. The rap. Look, this dude got a cooking show. Today I watched him make orange tofu. I was like,
He's literally on the other side of the wall filming
Yeah,
content
he's
right
filming
now.
now. Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, I hated that it cut at this point. It was one show. He was like, my mother is a food snob. Blah 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 blah. And but then he was going to let you taste this to see how you liked it. But I
Yes.
didn't get to see your snob come on. I was like, damn, I wanted to see her go. But anyway, I look
You gotta keep
forward.
him guessing.
And this is why I really would love to see a YouTube channel with the whole cross family content, where I am watching you guys, I'm watching you speak, I'm watching the son cook food, I'm watching my baby girl the other day. Let me tell you how smart she is. Here she go, y'all. She got a company called Babel Bridge, right?
Mm.
Where she talking about languages, and it's an app that helps people. Look, this was she talking about that day. I just learned the difference between an interpreter and a translator. And I have to rethink my business now. Whoa. How old is she?
She's 17.
So she's 17. Stop it. Look, when they were on my show, because I had them on recently, right? They were on my show talking about their businesses, and I'm gonna talk about you all in businesses in a minute. Look at the two sisters, because one is 17, one is 15, right?
Yes.
Here they go, y'all. I said, y'all used to have a beverage company or something. They said they were talking to each other going, how old were you? Were you 5? I think I was 5. Were you 7? I think I was 5. Yeah, we were 5 and 7.
Facts.
They talking to each other, talk about you was 5 and I was 7 with their own companies, blah. So I want to talk about a little bit your decision, this whole business, entrepreneur, because I have their happily married entrepreneurs. Having children is one. When you have businesses, that's birth in a whole nother way, because you got to think that through. You have to develop. You have to create. And your packaging, everything is always done to the letter, to the T. I feel like excellence is your standard. I never get mediocrity off of you as a couple.
No.
And when I look at that you do, I've even seen you at times where things might have been hard because we live in a physical universe. So that means bills, boom, this, that, and you got to figure out how to maneuver through it. But baby, I know one thing, y'all sure maneuvering now. I don't know where y'all live. What, y'all got a palace or something? Because y'all be doing it. So talk a little bit about what's this entrepreneurial thing? How did this come about for you to establish it as a couple, but then for the family?
I remember very early on in our marriage, Brodie was very, very adamant. He said he didn't want a household of consumers.
Right.
He wanted us to be creators. Producers, right?
Producers.
And I realized, I don't know what took me so long to realize it. I come from a family of entrepreneurship. And it's just kind of how I move, and it's in my blood. And so as I started to kind of just create around the house, we're homeschooling parents. It dawned on me that why wait? Why not allow our children to become producers and creators through their imagination, through what excites them? So I mandated that by the age of 8, everybody starts on their first business concept. And I'm not one of these mothers around here about to kill myself, make myself ugly, and doing everything, talking about, oh no, the children did this. No, and I did it. No. So what I started doing was teaching them how to dream out loud. Number one, teaching them how to research, how to do cost analysis, how to look at marketing, how to look at how to package things in a beautiful way, right? And so whatever, and here's the key, I think, whatever idea they came up with, we would amplify it. We would make it beautiful. We wouldn't go, oh, that's dumb, or we can't do that, or that's impossible. We would go, okay, got it. Now, how can we materialize this? And then we would take it a step further. Not only is it materialized, we're treating it as if it is a real business, because it is.
Right.
And then we would have these family showcases. We would do pop-ups. They have websites. And ASADAH, our firstborn, he started his clothing line at 16. He is 25. It is still going. They just walked New York Fashion Week this past New York Fashion Week, all the way down to right now. The 7-year-old is working on her business concept. She wants to kind of run an apiary with bees and collect the honey. And so what did dad just plant outside? Pollinators. So that we can bring this to fruition. So it's very much, it is the culture and the value of our family to produce, to create.
Look. I just want to say like this, y'all. This is so scrumptious. This is, this is really sort of like a parenting 101 beyond. Like, there's so many issues. I have a list of titles of books over here for you. But I think that, this we got to get it right, because at some time in history, our story, we did have it right. And there was apprenticing. If daddy did this, then you're going to get apprentice to do that. Mommy do this, you're going to get apprentice to do that. So it's not even an issue of really carrying the family business per se, as much as it is, this is what we do. This is what we do. This is what we establish. And I think it is so good. I hate that. That sounds so minimal. I think it is good. No, it's amazing that you have such young people already thinking. I'm going to tell y'all straight up. When how old is my baby with the bath bombs? How old is he now?
He's now 10.
Izzy is 10 now.
Yeah.
So y'all, when he was 4 though, I'm telling you right now, he talking about, I'm gonna have a business of I'm gonna make bath bombs with toys in them. I said, oh really? And he went on and on. I saw that recently. Somebody did that.
I seen it too.
Yeah. So it's in the ether, y'all. It's okay. He could do it or not do it. But the point is that you're 4 years old telling me that. You know what I'm saying? And I love that. The fact that you just said the girl was 7, I'm like, wait a minute, who's she talking about? I know she's not talking about that little girl, that little baby. Wait a minute. She was just 3, but okay. Okay. So, but I love that, yes, you got it in your mind. You ready to bring something into the world, and you don't have to wait till you old and crusty.
Yeah. And real quick to that point, I remember we were with this other couple, and the now 17-year-old, she was just like, I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to do that. And the lady said to my child, you talking too much. That is crazy. You talking about, I want. Don't speak to my children that way.
Yeah, keep that slave language to yourself.
Thank you. Keep that, because that's what we get raised with. That slave language.
And around here, it's all visionary. You are visionaries. You can create it. You can think it. It's in your mind for a reason. And so the intentionality around this house about being productive, being visionaries, but not just visionaries, actual creators, producers, it is bedrock.
Wait a minute. My girl said, wait a minute, hold on. It is bedrock. Hold on. It is bedrock. These are titles over here. It is bedrock. Boom. So that's a good parenting book. We're gonna talk about that. But man, I mean, let me take a comment or two over here. We got some comments going on. Appreciate those valuable teachings that my grandchildren need. Blessings and more to your family. That's Vieta Robinson there. So yeah, definitely. We have a question up here that I want you to touch on. For the sake of just touching on it, but I want to state in this energy. It says, how do you handle issues of jealousy? Have either of you been approached by someone outside of your marriage? If so, how did you handle it? So let me say this real quick. I see what this is asking, but I need you to handle it like in a sentence, because I don't even see all that. Like,
did you see my face? I'm like, jealousy. I'm like,
right.
Honestly, people get upset with us that we don't have a jealous spirit.
Yeah.
People get upset with us that we're not. When this man went to Tanzania for a month, people were like, oh my God, do you trust him? All those beautiful ladies. I was like,
yeah, that's offensive.
Right.
That's like you.
Right. And honestly, I might get approached every 5 years by somebody outside the marriage. But guess what? When men approach me, it's so respectful. They're like, hey, queen, how are you? And I'm like, oh, happily married with 6 children, 7 children, And so
I get nothing. I don't get anything like that. They don't come to me.
And I think it's the way that you carry yourself, Yeah. And so no, jealousy is not something I do, we do. Do you get jealous?
So what? Like, look at me.
That's right, baby. Cause here's the deal, for real, for real.
Yeah.
When I'm listening to you, both
Honestly.
on a relationship tip and on a
Mhm.
parenting tip,
Mhm.
I see so much. I don't even see why you would look somewhere else. Not even you look somewhere else, but also the people that's on the outside, they already can feel, oh, here, I don't want none of that. Nor do he want none of me. Like they already
Mm-mm.
know this out
Yeah.
your league.
And the
Like,
type of jealousy that I can say that we have dealt with has been collective towards us. So, for
okay.
instance, people have told me in my face, y'all can't love each other that much. Or somebody told me, y'all always around each other. Y'all don't get tired of each other. And I'm like, I actually like my husband,
Right.
actually, factually.
Mm-mm.
Right.
So that's
Actually,
the kind of,
factually.
yeah.
And it's just a beautiful example to have. You know, I hate that. Oh my God, what do we got? Like 3 minutes.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
So I guess I want to just say, ask, tell. Oh God, so many things. Um, give us some from each of you. I kind of want woman's point of view, man's point of view, whatever you want to talk about, spirituality. What do you got to say to us out here that can be developing what you have as a marriage? What's the foundation of this? What's needed to create what you have?
So individually, I always, from the beginning, I said to myself, I wanted to always remember the wife of my youth. I never wanted to look at her as somebody that I despised. I wanted to see her as I saw her that first day, when she came through the door. I always wanted to see that person in my mind, and I pray for that, because once I made a decision, it's my decision. This is what I signed up for. I'm signing up for this, and so even though she changes or she's made her changes, I still see the woman I fell in love with, because that's what that's what I want.
And I would say, especially for women, like, first of all, be a person,
Mhm.
be a whole person,
Mhm.
ladies. Come as yourself, remain yourself. And then also, I would say, this sense of entitlement that a lot of women have and possessiveness over their men that actually limits the humanity of that man, let it go. We are to love and be fluid with one another and embrace each other's humanity and grow together. Once again, that principle of change. How can we continue to love, delight, discover, and enjoy each other as we change while sharing shared values?
Mhm.
That's what it's really about.
Mhm.
And just choosing to delight and find awe
It's a choice.
in the relationship.
Mhm.
Hold on. Find delight and awe. Hold on. Find delight and awe. Ooh-wee. I just hear reverence in there.
Yes.
I think it's wonderful to have reverence for one another.
Mhm.
I think it's awesome to that revering. Like you said, I like my husband, as a
Yes.
person. And the
Yes.
both things that you both are saying about each other, like
Mhm.
admiration is like at the top of all of it.
And can I say something?
Of
That
course.
admiration and awe, it trickles down even into our hardest moments. Like ASADAH says, don't get it twisted. We do argue at times.
Yeah.
We're not that couple that's like, oh,
We've
I've
not
never
spoken
argued.
for some time.
We've not
Yeah.
spoken,
Yeah.
like for days on end. But guess what? That sense of awe and respect and reverence still permeates that. This man has never cussed me. This man never talked
Yeah.
wild. Even in what I used to tell him, we're so functional, even in our dysfunction. Like, we're so deeply reverential of what we have and each other that I cannot imagine him just speaking to me any kind of way.
Yeah.
Like, and so it permeates even down to the roughest of times.
Mhm.
Look. I want this to be a 2-hour show. Anyway,
Bring
guess
us
what,
back.
y'all?
Bring us
Yeah,
back.
bring us back.
I gotta bring you back. I might bring you back again next week. No, for real. But it's just so good to talk
No,
to you
oh,
guys.
Next week we'll be in Malaysia.
We'll be in Malaysia and Vietnam.
I already. Oh, that's right. Can you please tell them the quick trip, please? What's going on in your life? Can you please
So
tell them?
we had such a ball in Dominica that I decided to do it again. So we're going to spend some time in Malaysia and then in Vietnam, just doing a little bit of work, but then also using that time intentionally to like spark this love affair that we continue to have.
Hold on. Hold on. Continue to spark this love affair. You guys, thank you so much for being
Thank
here
you.
today and for showing the world that yes, happy Black marriages do live, baby. They
They
absolutely
do. They
do.
do.
Thank you. Have fun on your trip next week. And
Thank you.
viewers, you better watch this again. Get you some tips because they brought it. See y'all next Tuesday for another happy couple on ASADAH Says. Peace. Thanks.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, Dhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, Ngiyabonga. Senegal, Jaref. Kenya, Asante. Israel, Toda. Pakistan, Shukriya. Afghanistan, Tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.